Hello. This is Carlitos Alberto Navarro. I am a real life Floridian. That's right. You can feel me. You can touch me. That's what I am. So if you happen to be encountering this video in your algorithm, wow, you must be looking for Hurricane Milton updates. I'll tell you, as a Floridian, when you do hurricane preparedness, it goes in a lot of different varying levels. For example, number one, have you recently been through hurricane issues? Because being a Floridian, they do pop up quite a bit. This one kind of hit us a little bit late. Hello, Julie. I am here to take questions. I have not told anybody I was doing this live. I just said, you know what? I'm here. Julie is my audio technician. Not really, but she helps. How do I sound? Do I sound beautiful? Do my voice sound beautiful? This is Top Topic, where we just talk about one topic. You're prepping in Winter Park, okay? I live in DeLand, so it is north of Orlando, but I've lived in Orlando pretty much my entire life. Hurricanes have always affected my life. I can remember during Hurricane Andrew, waking up and having family from Miami, living in my home. It is always something you think about as a Floridian. And I would say, as depending on what you do for a living and what stage of life you are in, you prep for a hurricane in many different ways. If you're a kid, you don't give a shit. Okay, if you're a kid, you're picking your butt. You're just worried about school. How many days off school do I get? That's what you care about as a kid. And that's understandable. And honestly, as a kid, that's what you should care about. But as an adult, depending on the job that you have and what you do, if you have nothing to do with the outside, like, hey, look, man, in your late teens, your early 20s, you don't have kids, you live in Florida, you're drinking, you're partying, you don't care what the hell's going on because you have no responsibilities, right? But as you get older, as you have a job that you care about, people you care about, kids, you are the one who then now has to take care of these responsibilities. So you are the one who has to figure out the logistics of school. And, as I sit here, my phone's clinking and I'm guessing it's, as I sit here, I'm reading a text that says, this hurricane is gaining strength. It is now a Category 5. I hope to God that it fades away. And that's what I wanted to do this for, was to literally find out. You stay safe as well, Doug Baker. The latest of information. So from just kind of peripheral level, I am going to pull up the Weather Channel and show basically what is happening. And I'm going to watch with you because I know what's happening. Wednesday, we are supposed to get hit the worst, when it should be going to us. So I'm going to share the screen now of the Weather Channel. Pop this out. Now, as you can see here, you can get some deal on some glasses if you wanted some deals on some glasses. But if you don't want to deal on glasses and you want to see what is happening here, yeah. So watches raised for Florida. Everybody needs to go in the Tampa Bay. So as they brace for Milton, they're talking about real life threatening storm surge that Milton is bringing, multi-day floods. Now, it's growing into a Category 5 storm. Storm surge is what you have to worry about, folks. Really.
You are looking at Category 5 Milton, which has undergone extreme rapid intensification over the last 24 hours and is expected to move to the east. It is likely going to maintain its Category 5 status a little bit longer, but some wind shear as it approaches Florida should help to weaken the storm. But make no mistake about it, we are expecting a landfall as a major hurricane in Florida. Watches are already posted. Please make sure you're paying attention to local officials for any evacuation order. And we're also looking at a good bit of storm surge, especially south of wherever landfall happens to occur around the Tampa Bay area. Still a little bit of movement in exactly where that track takes it, but there will also be a good bit of strong winds and heavy rainfall with
I live
flash
like
flooding a possibility
literally
through Thursday.
right on the orange part. So we're getting hit with
Want
it
to pay less
directly.
to get your taxes done for you?
Oh,
We'll beat your
taxes,
tax pros price
schmaxes.
from last season.
So I'll be honest, I'm a little worried about this one. I tend to not be as worried about them for different reasons. Obviously, we were just hit with one, and we didn't get the worst of it. You know, the west coast of Florida for sure did. And then here we go again. I feel I feel a lot for my friends who live on the West Coast, and North Carolina, and anybody who lives out there who got caught up in it. Oh, I'm sorry. I was not paying attention to you guys. I'm a jerk. Yeah, that's keep in mind it may be a 5 when it hits, but it still be a nasty storm. Los, what's up, man? You buckled down? Yeah, I'm just kind of here at the house and the land, and my wife. You're right outside of Lakeland. Okay, you better hunker down, and also, I would call him Milton the Monster. Yeah, Steve, he looks like you already took pictures of your house, cars, and inside. Julie, you are prepared. Good for you. Alina, yeah, I'm worried about my trees too. We have a rural neighborhood. Do you guys have trees? Yes, we have some trees that we're concerned about that could possibly hit our garage area. But as far as like some that could hit the house, I don't think so. We already have some trees down in the back. So, but across the street, our neighbors, they're getting literally trees cut down as we speak. You know, if you're watching this from out of town, excuse me, as I reposition my chair, kind of did a new backdrop for you guys for this different topic, since it's not top of the morning. I don't know. I guess I'm more concerned because this seems like it's gonna hit us pretty dead on, and I don't see it slowing down. I feel like we're just living in those times that we were warned about, you know, that we read about. That I was like, I felt like when we were reading about when climate change was gonna really affect us, and I'm just saying in general climate change, obviously the real effects, and that is, hey, your storms are going to be more severe. They're going to come more often. They're going to happen in places that you're not used to. I think a lot of people on the West Coast are going, there's no way this area gets flooded, you know? And then it does. So, don't take this lightly. From a Floridian, from somebody, I've been through a lot of storms. This one just feels a little different. You saw what happened in North Carolina. These areas that weren't used to it, that had been hit, just totally gone. And so what am I saying? Podcast media is literally going through this right now. You thought about that here. Yeah, I'm glad you're up and going again. Because I saw you were posting on Facebook about the different things that were happening. And so what are we doing here at the house? Well, we've got all our chargeable batteries charged. We're going to get tanks full of gas. We have some fans ready to go that are also chargeable batteries. We have some literal portable batteries. We have some food. Now, we do live in an area amongst family that also has food. You know, it's weird because I saw on Threads some people posting about, should I evacuate? I live in Orlando. And no, I would say no. You know, you don't for most of time that I've seen living in Orlando, you're a pretty safe bet. What you have to worry about is the storm surge or flooding. Okay. If you're in an area that you're like, yeah, it floods. It floods even when there's a little bit of rain. I've been part of a crazy, weird little flood that happened in our car, a flash flood that happened that was in the middle of a rain, I know, in Florida. And it was one of the scariest things. It really was. It was with my family. We were in a car. The water started coming into the car. And I had to jump out of the car. It was crazy. So it happens quick. So what I'm saying is get your things together now, because it is weird how, how quickly these things happen. And it is like a monster coming towards you. You don't know if it's going to, stomp on your house or go here or go there, but it's a kind of, it stays on for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our friend over here. I call him Vincent. And I'm going to ask him. Vincent is ChatGPT. So if anybody has a question that they're worried about and they're like, yo, I'm worried about this, I want you to see how I do this. Okay. So, all right, here we go. So I want to say, hey, what should I be most, if this is my first hurricane or maybe my second hurricane, what should I be most concerned with? I live in Florida. It looks like Hurricane Milton is in my path. All righty. Safety first. All right. I know you probably can't read that, but maybe I can get it a little bit bigger. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can. All right. Let me just do it here, and I will read it for you. So if you're wondering what you should be concerned with first, the evacuation orders. Figure out if you got some evacuation orders, okay? So pay close attention to the news. Do you have any, you got to get out of there. If you live on the coast, don't try and say you're gonna ride this one out. You got this, you got that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, So do what the authorities say. Number 2 is storm surge and flooding, what we just talked about. You're going to want to make sure that the deadliest part of the hurricane is storm surge. So low-lying or coastal area, be prepared for potential flooding. Have an evacuation route ready just in case. And of course, high winds and debris is another one. Don't step outside. I'm telling you guys, you're out there drinking and partying during some of these. I've been there. It's stupid. It's stupid. So you got to be careful with things. So if you got stuff in your yard, bring the stuff inside. Don't put the tape on the windows. That's so old school. Don't do that. Okay. You want to not do that. Okay. What else do you want? You want to be ready for power outages, right? Get some flashlights, get some extra batteries. If you get those portable batteries charged, don't be like, oh, power goes out. Hey, Billy, did we charge it? Did we charge it? No, have the chargers ready. All right, get some non-perishable foods. What are non-perishable foods? Now, this is one that's tough, and it is weird because if you're in you're stuck. Like a lot of these people in North Carolina, you live out in the woods, you live out in a different area. I'm telling you, I've done hurricane relief in Sanford, where you think, oh, these people are fine. No, like things were down, power lines were down. You couldn't get to them. We were handing out water in trailers. This was many years ago. My friend Savannah and I. And just right here, boom, my dad's house flooded with Helene. He lives in Tampa Bay. Remember, we just had Helene. Hey, no worries. I'm glad. I wish you the best. Good luck with that, Steve. Good luck with that. Take your pets out. If you evacuate, don't be a horrible human and leave your pets at home and you're sitting in some gym like, they should be okay, right? Little Fluffy? No. To go back to, your chickens. I'm worried about your chickens too. I hope your chickens are okay. Make sure your prescriptions are filled. That is a really good one, Julie. Really, really good one. I'm glad to hear that. Most of DeLand, okay, and so Amanda and I happen to live in the same town. So, and I happen to be do live on high ground. I have not really ever noticed any flooding, and since this is like one of the first kind of towns that they kind of built around here, these old school cats, they were looking like they were using like sticks and stuff, and Jameson would be yards away, and then old Madison would be on this side, and then the town pastor would be with the, I, Henry DeLand, declare this being the most northern tip. And then they do that because they were worried about flooding. So Denzel says, get a gun, food, gas, and water. Stop all this bullshit talking about other things. You're going to a resort. Wow. Alina, you're doing it. You're doing it pretty Big Willie style. I don't know if you can say that anymore. I don't know if anybody said that to begin with. I don't know why I said Big Willie style. Let's get back to what ChatGPT thinks. Make sure you have a water supply. Now, this one's a little crazy to me. Because if the water supplies are down, that means that we've had mass destruction. Or maybe you can't, I don't know. But I sure, fill it up. Fill it up now. Maybe to flush toilet. I just don't see how, like in this day and age, you got to have some water. I don't know. Can I be clear on this? I'm not a science expert. I'm not an expert in most anything, except the Orlando Magic. I would probably say I'm an expert. Let's go Magic. They play today. I think they're in New Orleans, and I'm an expert in To the Top Never Stop shirts. Get an emergency first kit and aid. I don't think that's how you normally say it. First kit and aid. Get a first kit and aid. Yeah, get your emergency kit together. Do that. And then stay in connection with your family, friends. Stay informed, stay calm but alert. All these things are good to do. Make sure you're on a lower floor level. No power, no elevators. Yeah, you get stuck up top. That's scary. That is scary. I'm going to be on here tomorrow, too. I'm going to pop on. So what I have to do is take down I really feel for my wife. She is the boss out at the garden shop, a beautiful garden shop that is out here in DeLand that has these amazing... Actually, you know what? Okay, so we just showed you this. I will now show you the garden shop because then you can kind of get an idea. And by the way, let's see here. Let's stop sharing this. And so anybody who jumped on, I'll show you the most current Hurricane Milton. There it is right there. And it is saying some weakening as it approaches Florida. But Milton may continue strengthening some and could remain Category 5 strength for some time into Tuesday over the Gulf of Mexico. For those who don't know, Category 5, this isn't like awesome levels. It's not like, ooh, 5. Okay, 5. If I'm 5 out of the 10, no, 5 is bad. 1 is good. 1 is better, right? So that's not good. 160 miles per hour. So it's 160 miles per hour, and it's moving at 9 miles per hour. Any of you guys ever thought about being those hurricane people that fly in those planes? Better call your weed guy, dude. If you have a weed guy at this point, you don't have your license, that's on you, bro. Because the weed shops, I bet you they're packed. Just like the liquor stores, packed. Keep your calm about you, folks. Keep your calm about you. Catherine, thank you. I hope you stay safe as well. I just said to my husband yesterday, we're probably going to need to take down your... Yeah. Yeah, Julie, we have to take down. There's no doubt about it. We have to take down. Oh, here's the other thing. Y'all want to water heater went out. So in the past 2 months, AC and tankless water heater have gone out in the Navarro residence. Now here's the cool thing. They give those away for free. They pretty much, if you just stand on the side of the road, you go, does anybody want to give me a free AC system? People are driving it. Hey, here you. I happen to have an AC system. Don't worry about it. No. It's expensive. And then when your water heater goes out, also expensive. So here's what don't give a damn about the storm coming. Your water heater. So that's, I'm in the midst of dealing with that as well. It's always fun though. Bad luck, or what was it? Bad news never has good timing. John Mayer. Luckily, Julie, I'm a self-made multi-millionaire. If you check Google and you check my net worth, I'm worth $3 million. Now, I have no fucking clue how they put that together. And I want to borrow money from that Carlos. Will he be willing to stroke a check to his IRL Carlos, that net worth Carlos? That would be cool. Sure it is, Arnott. Sure it is. Yeah. So everybody thinks. Easy, right? Easy peasy. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Nothing's easy, man. I wish it was. It's all good, though. Look, here's the deal. And this is what I said. It's okay. And this is what I've told other people. It's okay if you're going through some shit and you have a little pity party because you're like, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do that. But when friends of ours, like they're on the West Coast, who have literally lost everything, they don't give a shit about the little inconveniences of an AC. That's gone. Water heater, that's gone. So I do think about that. I do think about that quite a bit, and I try and keep that in perspective. And I keep it in perspective as well that I'm fortunate that I have a home that I can be under that doesn't look like any trees are going to be hitting, and that I'm here with my family, that I can, at least be here and not have to be somewhere else. A lot of people have to work jobs that are literally protecting us. So I don't take that lightly, for sure, and I'm very grateful for it. So I am going to try and do top of the morning though on Wednesday, which would be kind of cool if we're in the middle of it. Hey Barbara, okay, everybody just popping in here. Listen, folks, that was it. I was planning on doing 15. I did longer than that. I love you guys. Stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow. Collect all the shit in your yard. How about that? So it looks nice. Okay. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. To the top. Never stop. Be safe. Peace.